Reading the Chofetz Chaim on Proper Speech, Day 100, Inquiries. In light of the above, if one must inquire about a person, family, community, school, or in order to make an important decision, but does not want others to know what he is contemplating, he may not engage people in casual conversation with the aim of obtaining pertinent, derogatory, or harmful information. Unaware that his speech is constructive, the speaker is guilty of speaking Lashon Hara, and the listener who drew him into conversation has caused him to sin. Thus, when soliciting information, one must make it clear to the other party that the circumstances permit this, and that this is his response, therefore, will not constitute Lashon Hara. A common practice in such situations is not only to refrain from divulging the purpose of the inquiry, but also to inquire about several people at once, so as to conceal the fact that it is a particular individual about whom he is seeking information. This is absolutely forbidden. The desire to protect one's privacy does not justify soliciting irrelevant negative information and causing others to speak Lashon Hara. Love for your fellow Jew. Fulfillment of the mitzvah to judge one's fellow favorably and the development of the equality of Shmirat HaLashon both hinge on the fulfillment of "you shall love your friend and fellow as yourself." If one truly loves his fellow, surely he will not speak negatively of him, and to the contrary, he will seek any possible merit for his actions, as he would for himself. If one were to commit an act of which appeared improper, he were to learn that his action was being talked about by others, surely he would fervently hope that somebody would speak up in his defense and explain that, for whatever reason, that he was not at fault. This is exactly what one should do when somebody else's behavior is under scrutiny. Moreover, to love one's fellow as yourself is to help him avoid situations which would result in his suffering shame or criticism. Let us suppose that one finds himself for an extended period of time in a city whose customs are foreign to him. He would seek out a loyal friend in that city who could familiarize him with the local customs and inform him privately when his behavior might invoke negative feelings amongst the city's inhabitants. In this way, he would be forewarned of anything which could possibly cause his distress or embarrassment. One should act towards his fellow in exactly this manner. If one sees another Jew doing that which could ultimately lead to his distress or embarrassment, he is obligated to warn him of this. Thanks, and we'll continue tomorrow.